Hello, guys. So we are live right now. I know we're a little bit behind the schedule for today, but life happens here in Nigeria. Got to the office and realized that the network that we're using to do our live streaming, the two devices we have, are all down, and we can't just do jack about them. So I decided to plug into another device quickly using my phone. I'm using my phone right now as a Wi-Fi device hotspot. I just hope that we're able to pull this off without interruptions. So right here, Obina Okeke is right here with us in the building, in the virtual building that we have this academy. And today we are going to be looking at how you can seduce people to buy your book through compelling copywriting. And if you saw a post that I did and the broadcast that I sent, the messages I sent to you via WhatsApp, I try to paint a scenario of the sugar daddies, right? And why they're able to bring out money so fast to give to their side chicks. So that means that the side chick has a way of rubbing the guy on the body, rubbing his belly when he's done eating, feeding him well. And then when she says, give me 200,000 naira, the man doesn't waste time, he just sends the money. That's seduction, right? But then that's the same thing writers and authors, people who are writing books, people who are authoring books, that's the same thing they ought to be doing. But most times I find out that authors try to be very saintly in their approach. What I mean is that they don't want to touch some buttons. They don't want to do things that will make people feel, oh, this one is a dirty guy. This one is not born again or something like that. And so they are not utilizing these fundamental human emotions and feelings to be able to reach the hearts of individuals that will make them to buy the work. Even using the word seduction itself, some people are angry about that word, right? But that's what it is. You know, we make people, we hypnotize them with words, we make them fall under the anointing, you know, and then we make them to see the reason to buy the books that we are selling. So I have right here, Obina is good when it comes to great, when it comes to copywriting, and that's the art of seduction, using printed words that will make people to want to buy your book. So Obina, you're welcome to today's session. I'm very glad to see you here all the way from the city of Lagos. Thank you. So for those who don't really know you, because I have done some introduction, I've sent messages to people, but maybe there's something about you that I don't know. Maybe you've been hiding from me for many years now. I don't know. So you go ahead to tell us right now. So Beito, now let's know you, from the inside.
All right. I will start by saying that I'm very, very much excited to be here. What you've started off is a movement in the Nigerian publishing space and the authorship space. So I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to the massive value we're going to get on this section. Okay, my name is Obina Okeke, as you've rightly said. I'm a copywriter and a professional internet marketer. What that means is that for a good number of years, over 4 years now, I've been selling online and I've been doing copywriting. Currently, I run a marketing agency, Addictive Marketing and Media, which over the years we've helped our clients sell products worth millions online. And I'm talking about products in different niches, okay? And then I also have a digital educational platform, Tribe Courses, where I get to train people that are interested in mastering the art of copywriting, those that would want to start an online business, be it e-commerce, be it information product marketing or affiliate marketing. And I'm also an author. I have 2 books published. One I wrote in 2016, Living Your Passion. That was after I dropped out of my master's degree program to go fully into the business of writing, which over the years I now have evolved into an internet marketer and a copywriter. Then the second book, which I had out last year, is Addictive Marketing. Addictive Marketing is a book that helps business owners just about what we are saying now, copywriting. How do you knock your competitors off their page? How do you dominate your market? How do you get customers to spend money with you? Because these things are not magic. They're not rocket science. It's a skill which anybody can acquire when they pay attention to that. So that's just in a nutshell who Obinna Okeke is. Thank you.
Amazing, brother, man. This is. I remember many years ago when you came to, when we met in the city of Port Harcourt. You were starting out, in the online space at the time, But I've seen you evolve over the years, and I see the magical things that you're doing now with written words.
Yeah.
Telling me of stories of how you sold a watch. You bought for, I don't know how much did you buy the watch at the time.
I got it for 4,000 naira. Yeah.
And then you sold for 25,000.
24,000 naira. Then I had another one that
you were making a gain of 20,000. Man, that's amazing, my brother.
Yeah. Then I actually had another one I would get for 9,000 and sell for 55,000.
Wow.
And just to chip in, because unfortunately, when I see this is not limited to entrepreneurs, like it is not outside the box of authors. I see people, they find it difficult to put a price on what they sell, especially authors. They feel like pricing their book low, pricing their product cheap would make them sell more. But
for example, let me cut you in now. Like for example, I'm selling my book for 5,000. Do you know how many people who are bashing me for selling the book for 5,000? They're like, Nigerians never chop. Who you be to sell your book for 5,000? Who you be?
You can imagine.
Some of them are bashing me for doing that. But there was something that happened yesterday when I was paid. I was paying this lady that I found out. I've seen a lot of ladies online teaching how to grow Instagram followers, right? But I've not been able to connect with them. I've seen the ones in America. I've seen some of them. I don't want to mention their names. They're here in Nigeria. But when I found this lady online, her name is Eva, very pretty, beautiful lady. When I met her online and I began to follow what she was teaching, I knew someone, because for you, you know me, I like to connect to depth. I'm not the kind of guy, I don't like flashy stuff. What I mean is I like to teach things that are deep, right? I don't like people who are just doing things because they want to make money. So when I found Eva, and I saw the way she was always dishing out content, teaching, connecting in depth, So I connected with her, and I didn't have any problem giving her 16,500 naira yesterday to teach me how to grow my Instagram followers 1,000 every month. Now, but look at the thing. Somebody will say that I paid 16,500 naira. Man, why would you do that? I tried to paint a scenario for myself. The lady is not selling me a product for the now. She's selling me a product for the future, right?
For the future.
Imagine that I go through this training that she's doing now, and then I'm getting 1,000 followers every month. I painted a scenario for my head. If I get 1,000 followers here, 1,000 followers by next month, before end of December, I may be at maybe 20,000 followers, as the case may be. But right now I'm getting close to 7,000 followers. And so the benefits of having as many followers on Instagram will translate to many other things. Some individuals will want to pay me to run ads. Some of them will buy my product. Some of them will come for coaching programs that I will pay them. All these monies that I'm making, Eva will not have a cut in those monies, right?
Exactly.
But I paid her just 16,500 naira. So how do I translate this to my book? When I'm selling a book to you for 5,000 naira, you're going to get that book. You are going to pay me only once. You're going to take what is inside of that book, and you're going to sell 1,000 copies of your books. Maybe you're selling your books for 1,000 naira. Multiply by 1,000, that's 1,000,000 naira. I'm not having any share anymore from the monies that you're making from your books. So when I see individuals tell me that your books are expensive, they're not able to paint that future for themselves. The same thing for authors. Somebody is reading your book. You sold that book for 1,000 naira. Are you imagining the future that the individual is going to experience by virtue of reading that book alone? People are not seeing it from that perspective. So they are seeing, 5,000 naira is too expensive. You won't keep person. Who you be? Are you Bishop? Are you Chris Kilomi? Who are you to be selling a book for 1,000 or for 5,000 naira? Not understanding the future. So this morning I told people that by next week Friday the book is going to increase to 6,500. And then after that, it's going to become 7,000. And I'm going to do a post to make people to start to see that it's not necessarily about the product, how much you're buying the product for the now, but about the future. So I want you to help people here who are authors. Sorry for badging you, but I want to help people who are authors to begin to make this mind shift in their minds, because this is a very powerful statement we made right now. All right. Many of them are thinking, let me sell my book for 1,000. Let me sell my book for 500 naira. You know, maybe people will buy it and all that. And there are two. I've seen a lot of authors in Nigeria. They're too closeted. You know what I mean? They're like, just want to be, you know, holy wedge like that, you know. We are just professional writers.
Do my thing, you know, lie low.
Exactly, lie low and all that. But they're not so brave, they're not so bold and audacious about pitching the value that they have in their book. Can you help us make this transition, you know, switching the mind?
Okay, right now it starts with your mindset, which you said, and the moment you understand that your book goes beyond the immediate moment, the moment you understand that, that is when you have that shift in mind. And let me also say this. I've come to realize that most authors don't see their book as a product, and that's a big problem. They don't see their book as, they see it as a passion project. Let me do this and hope that people will see the value in it, then come to invest in it. Is a big lie. If you don't see your book as a product, you can't sell it. Because the moment you see your book as a product, that moment you start asking yourself, who would it serve? This is a product that I have created to solve a problem. What problem does it solve? Who has that problem? What is their state of mind? Where are they right in the moment? Where would they want to be? What is their language? That is when you go deep into their psychology to understand them. And copywriting is all about persuasion. Copywriting is all about persuasion. Persuasion is understanding human psychology. Now, you have this book coming out. You want to craft promotional content around the book. There are three things you have to focus on. The first thing is the state of your prospect. When I talk about the state of your prospect, let me use this analogy. Now, for someone to invest in your product, that person is in a particular state of mind. For someone to buy your book, I will use your book we sell as an example so that it will be very, very practical to your audience. All right. Now, your book will sell. Who is this product for? This product is for that author, that aspiring author that would want to make truckloads of sales when it comes to their book, when the book is finally out. All right. Now, what is their current state of mind? The current state of mind of that person could be that I cannot sell my books. I'm not good at selling. I'm not good at marketing. Now, for you to get them to the future, to the state of mind where they will invest in your product, you have to do that. So that is where copywriting comes in. That is why the pre-launch promotional content come in. That is where persuasion come in. You have to, as a copywriter, you have to see yourself as a copywriter. And right about now, what you are doing is to move them from that state of mind to the place where they can be open to invest in your book. So going back to your book we sell, the mindset of this person is that I'm not good at selling. Now, this also is an objection. As a matter of fact, remember I said you have to see your book as a product. Until you see your book as a product, you will not start to ask the necessary questions. So this person's current state of mind is, I'm not good at marketing, I'm not good at sales. Now, in that state of mind, this person will not invest in your book. This person will not go on to pre-order or order for your book will sell. Now, you as the author, what do you have to do? What you have to do is to plan out your promotional content to handle that state of mind, to help them make a shift. By making a shift, it means you could tell a story. You could tell a story how you started out in the industry, when you used to have that state of mind, or when you used to be in that state of mind that you are not good at marketing, you are not a good salesperson. Now, this is what you did to get to yourself in a place where you are now able to sell lots of books. Okay. Now, what that happens to their mind is that it moves to their mind from a place of I can't sell my book, I'm not good at sales, to the place where they can tell themselves, oh, selling is a skill. Oh, marketing is a skill. It's not like I have to be born with these skills. It's something that I can learn. Until they come to that state of mind, that's when you can now sell them on the future prospect, on the future identity, the destination they are looking to get to, which is them selling truckloads of their books. So you've moved them from a place where they see themselves as someone that is not good at marketing, someone that is not good at sales, to a place where they see themselves as, yes, I can actually learn this skill. And to learn this skill, in order to make lots of sales of my book, I need to invest in your book will sell. So it's a mind shift. You have to shift their frame of mind. Then another thing you have to pay attention is their place. Where are they currently? Where are they currently? What is their struggle? What is their pain point? Their struggle is that they cannot sell their books. Now, what is the destination? What is what future do they want? The future they want is that they want to sell lots of their books. Now, once you know that, remember I said for you to craft your advert copies for your book, you have to think about the state of mind or the frame of mind of your audience. You have to think about their place. Where are they at in this present moment? Where do they want to be? Then you now have to think about their language, because every industry, and I want to believe that our audience in this academy are from diverse backgrounds. When you talk about authorship, it's not just being a writer. You could be a medical doctor, you could be an engineer, you could run a food business and still author a book. So it cuts across every industry. Now, you selling to your prospects, depending on what your book is on, you have to understand the language of your prospect. Every industry, every audience have their own language. When they talk about their problem, what words do they use? When they talk about their struggles, their pains, what words do they use? Until you're able to speak their language, until you are able to get into the conversation, get into their minds and join the conversation going on in their minds, you will not be able to get them to invest in your book. And this happens when you master the art of copywriting. So you think about the state of their mind, you think about the place where they are currently, where they would want to be, and you think about their language, the conversation going on in their head. What words do they use to describe, talk about their pain, their problem, their challenges?
Amazing, my brother. That's why sometimes when I see people that are about to launch a book on Facebook, then they start to write new book a lot, or then they'll come and say, my book is now out. Please go and buy, please go and pay. This book will help you. This book will do this. And I just look at them and I laugh. And as I predicted, because I'm a predictor of doom, when I see such things. So when I go on Facebook, immediately I will see what I'm looking for. I will see 100 congratulations, but nobody's saying, please, where is the account number? I want to pay. Let me buy. So when I realized that we need to be able to understand, as you just said, the language of your audience, understand their pain, and paint scenarios that will make them to move away from that state of objection to the place where they say, this is the future that I'm looking forward to. I want to buy it. For example, everybody who is here in this community, their future is that they want to sell 1,000 copies. They want to sell 10,000 copies. Even a woman told me yesterday, one of them in this group told me yesterday that she wanted to sell 50,000 copies of her books. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. Because I looked at many of the comments. Many of them are saying 1,000 copies. But this woman said 50,000 copies. And I was very excited about that, right? So awesome. That's the future that by buying your book we sell, and by being part of this academy, that's the future that they are looking forward to embracing, to be in. the place that they will be in after being part of this academy. So when I see people do all those things on Facebook, new book alert, come and buy my book. Some even start quarreling with their friends. Oh, I have 5,000 friends on Facebook. No one of them is buying it. Because when I see those things, I'm like, you have 5,000 friends on Facebook. Nobody's buying your book. And I tend to ask myself, you are a friend to other 5,000 people, not so? Did you buy 5,000 copies of their books so that they should come and buy your own? And then you start quarreling with them. They're not buying. Hey, I want to delete. I want to remove. Because you are the problem. You are not. You are the one causing all the problems. So I learned how to bypass those objections. What I mean is that I hated congratulations. I hate congratulations when it comes to launching my books. So what did I do? I decided to utilize copywriting to bypass those objections. And what I mean by objections, that congratulations. I don't like people coming on my channel. So I began to do a lot of things, copywriting, how to lure the heart, all the things that you've been saying, understanding their state of mind, understanding their place, and understanding the language that they use. That's why yesterday when I was doing, we were here yesterday and we were crafting our copy ad to use for our ads, right? To drive people to our landing page. We spent about 30 to 45 minutes crafting the kind of way people reflect their pain. People who we know this book, how they reflect their pain, all right? And that was, we spent time to do that. But you find out that most authors don't have that time. They don't spend that time to craft exactly how to take the bias, from that point to the point where they actually make a sale. And that's what copywriting is all about. So if you can now start diving deeply, if somebody wants to start out on this path of using compelling copywriting to seduce his target audience to buy, what should they start doing?
Okay, first of all, you have to get clear on what your book is all about. Like I stated earlier, you have to get clear on what your book is all about. Then you have to ask yourself, who is the ideal prospect? You have to, I will keep on saying this, most authors don't see their book as a product. Okay? Now, when you are very much clear on this, you now have to get into the research. Unfortunately, just like you said, you have people online, they make a post, new book alert, if you want to. Those things don't get people to buy. You have to move them emotionally. Exactly. And you cannot move them emotionally until you have done a proper research on them, until you have discovered what it is that moves them. As a matter of fact, for every book marketing campaign, is all about knowing what primary emotion you want to drive. Now, your book will sell. The primary emotion when it comes to marketing this book is on greed. And when we use the word greed, just like you said with seduction, people frown. There are words that people frown upon. But greed is someone wanting more. All right? So everybody that is part of this academy, their objective is to sell more books, not one, not 1,000, to sell as many as possible. And that is a very big primary emotion when it comes to persuasion. So with your book resale, greed is the primary emotion that you have to focus on, that you have to use to make your audience place the order.
What did you say? Greed, right? Greed.
Greed, yeah, greed. Because they want more. G-R-E-E-D. Yeah, greed.
We have born agains in the house now. How do you feel?
That's why I say these are words that are being frowned upon. That at the end of the day, one way or the other, humans are greedy. Humans are greedy because we are always wanting more. We always want more. Okay, you've sold 100 copies, you want to sell 1,000 copies. You sold 1,000, you make 1 naira, you want to make 1,000 naira, and so on and so forth. So you understanding this primary emotion, what your book is, what it offers as a solution will determine what primary emotion you focus on when you write copies or marketing promotional content for your book. So it could be greed, it could be fear. You can leverage on fear. And that's not to say that you can't combine these emotions. Of course you can. Okay, of course you can. And then something else which we've stated earlier on, but I want to still emphasize it, is that when it comes to pricing your book, make the value comparison. So you just talked about a lady you invested 16,500 yesterday in her Instagram program. Now see how you compared the value. It is not just about what we are to gain from her, it's about the future benefits. And that is what most authors don't do. So they don't focus on the future benefits. Your book will sell. What is 5,000 naira compared to you selling 1,000 copies of your book?
Exactly.
What is if you are selling a book, let's say you are in the weight loss niche, okay, you have a book in the weight loss niche. What is 7,500 compared to the person being fit, compared to the person having their confidence, self-confidence back, compared to the person, feeling part of the deal when he or she is at a function? It's nothing compared to that, but authors don't understand this. They don't make this value comparison.
Exactly.
So these are the things you do. And when you make it, I've actually sold a short report of 13 pages for 7,500. And those that bought it, they would call back to thank me. They were not looking at the number of pages. They were looking at what they wanted was the solution to their problem. And that report offers that solution to their problem. So they don't mind how much, whether it's a page report, whether it's a 30-page book, whether it's a 15-page book, whether you sell it for 10,000. What they want to know is, will it solve this problem? How do your offer, what you offer, the price you're asking me to pay for the book, how does it pale in comparison to the benefit, to the transformation I would get if I should invest in it? So that's that. Now, obviously, copywriting is a very broad one. But for the sake of your audience, I'm going to hand them a simple framework. So you've never written copy before. You think probably some people are born with this special skill. How can now I have a book, how can I write copies for it? Okay. Now, if you are looking to write a sales copy for your book, I have a framework I hand to my students. I call it the TRIP framework. TRIP. The TRIP framework. Now, with the TRIP framework, all you have to do is, what is T? T stands for tag. So when I talk about tag, this has to do with your headline. This has to do with the introductory part of your copy. So with your headline and the introductory part of your copy, you are looking to grab the attention of your audience. You are calling them out. You are polarizing them. So people that the moment they read your headline, they will know that, yes, this is for me. This speaks to me. I want to find out more. Or this is not for me. So there is no time me wasting my energy going further to read it. So the TRIP framework, T is for tag. R is for relate. This is a part of your copy where you tell your story. Storytelling is one of the best things you could ever do as a copywriter. Like, people resonate so much with story. And this is coming from someone that have been writing sales copies for over 5 years. And I will tell you one thing. Out of every promotional content, whenever I have one with storytelling background to it, will always get more reaction, will always move people to invest in that product. So now you are following the TRIP framework. T is the tag, which deals with your headline, the introductory part of your copy. R is to relate, which is where you tell your story. And I'm so out to offer so much value to your audience. So I will also give them a short framework on how to go about telling their story. So on this part of your sales copy, you want to tell your story. There are 3 P's you have to focus on. there are 3 P's you have to focus on. The first P is the pit. The second is the pivot. And the third is the palace. I call this the P product story structure. So the pit is where you talk about the frustration. If you are sharing your story, like I know your story quite well, working 10 years in an oil company, having this desire to go out and make a difference, and all the challenges out there. When you resigned, losing your first clients, 2 clients within a short space of a couple of months, these are challenges, and these are things that for someone that might want to walk in that direction, when they face that, it would make them lose that courage. It would make them want to go back into their shell. But you talking about this, then transitioning into the pivot, when did it change for you? What did you do to have that turnaround? So you started out talking about your frustration, your pain, your anxiety, your fear, your challenges. Now you've made the pivot. This is what happened. This is what changed it for me. This is what I invested in to become who I am today, to grow the business I grow today, to run the consulting firm that I run today. Now, the palace is the result of the transformation, what you now get to enjoy. So when you are telling your story, follow the 3P model framework.
Let me cut you at that point.
Okay.
Let me cut you at that point. This is what exactly we used yesterday for the ad that we did. All right, the 3 Ps. People, thank you that you're saying this, and people will read what I write. They will now start to connect with this. People who are part of this academy. If they now connect with the kind of pieces that I write, they'll be seeing these things happening. So the ad that we run yesterday, we used these 3 Ps. So I talked about how I published the first book of mine, right?
Yeah.
So I did 1,000 copies, and then after selling to my family to anymore, right? I had to give away 700 copies. That was a pain point for me. It was It was frustration because I was in the pit. And then the pivoting. What happened? I said between 2010 to 2016, I didn't publish any book anymore.
Okay.
I now went and started digging into understanding how to exactly market books. And then I came out in 2017 and I wrote the first ebook that I wrote, made me 3 million naira in less than 3 months. So that's the current palace. The palace, the results I'm currently getting as a result of what I did, the pivoting, right? So
exactly.
This is so vivid and so clear. If people can start to utilize.
So that's the relate part of the framework. Then the next part of the framework is
go ahead.
Okay. So the next part of the framework, which is the first I, is to inform them. This is where you now go into details, introduce your book, go into details about the benefit, not just the benefit, what are the transformational benefits? And by transformational benefits, I mean, now, if you invest in this book, yes, it will help you to sell more. That is the benefit. For someone that invests in your book will sell, it will help them make more sales. That is part of the benefit of getting this book, all right? Now, what is the transformational benefit? The advanced benefit of it is, if you're able to make more sales of your book, you should be able to take care of your family. You should be able to take care of your loved ones. You should get to that level of financial freedom where you can get those things that you desire, all right? So the primary benefit is that your book will help you sell more books, more copies of your books. But the transformational benefit is, it goes beyond the immediate benefit. It now talks about other things, and that is where the emotion comes in. Because it is, yes, making lots of money is one thing, but when you've made all this money, what else? What can it afford you? To what end? Would it make you take better care of your wife and kids, your husband, your relatives? Would it make you start up that project that you've always wanted to start? Would it afford you much more money to start investing in other businesses that you would want to invest in? And when you invest in these businesses, like It goes on and on and on, but this is the place where you start pressing on the buttons, the advanced benefits of your book. And it cross across, I don't care what industry the person, what book genre that falls within. This is something that can be applied across board. So you give them information about your book, you tell them what benefits and advanced benefit they stand to get. Then you get to that point, which is the second eye of the framework, where you get to inspire them. Now, when it comes to inspiring them, there is what I call transport words. So transport words are those words you use in copywriting that helps your prospect, your audience, get to engage with their future selves. Something like imagine 2 months from now, imagine 3 months from now, you have a book out and this book becomes the bestseller. Like, not bestseller in words, but actual real bestseller. You are making the money. Imagine, what would that afford you? What joy? What could you go on? What more could you go on to achieve? So imagine is one of the transport words we use in copywriting. Another word, I will give another word. Another word is think about. Think about. The moment you ask your audience, that person reading your copy, to think about this, automatically it gets their mind working. It gets their mind in an active state. Think about what will happen if it could, you can tie it to their pain. Think about what will happen if you publish your next book and nobody buys from you. Think about you borrowing money from people to publish this book and you are not even able to make enough sales to pay back your loans and talk about making profit. Think about what will happen if your book is out and you are selling within 30 days, you've already had over 1,000 orders of it. So these are transport words that work on the minds of your audience, that transport them into the future reality. So, and until you start doing that, that's the second eye of this trip framework. Until you start doing that, you cannot get there, because now it's like someone standing on a cliff. You want to make them, you want to push them off the cliff, not literally, okay? You want to push them off the cliff. You want them to now get to the point where they are open, they are like asking you, please, I want to take my money. This is a phrase we use as marketers and copywriters, that audience gets to ask you, please take my money. And it happens. You can actually, when you do this correctly, you get to a point where people will literally beg you to take their money. And part of that, I can remember, I will share an experience that I had early last year for one of my courses. At about 12 midnight, a couple of minutes past 12 midnight, I got a call on my business line. Initially, I didn't want to pick the call, but on a second thought, I felt who must have been calling by this time of the day. Let me pick the call. When I picked the call, what I heard was, good evening, sir. Are you Obina? Okay, I said yes. I said, okay, the man introduced himself. He said that he's actually reading my sales copy for that course, and he wants to go on and make payment right on the spot. He just wanted to be sure that he had tried making the payment and the card is being declined. So he wanted to be sure that by tomorrow morning, by 6 a.m., that's like a couple of hours to come, that he wouldn't miss out on the opportunity. All right. So when he said that, I said, okay, no problem, sir. It's a good thing you've informed me. Take your time in the morning, sort whatever it is out with your bank and go on to make payments. But what that relates is, what that shows is the power of persuasive copywriting, power of mastering the act of copywriting, using words to move people, to the point that a man called me at 12 midnight to plead that I be patient with him so that he will sort out whatever transaction problem he has with his bank to invest in my course. The same can happen with your books. The same can happen with your books. So you get to that point where you get to inspire them using transport words, there are so many other strategies, okay, which we will not be able to, given the time we have, to go deep into. Then the final part of the framework is the pitch. This is where you now ask for the sale, you ask for the money. So I always tell my copywriting students that Whatever
that
you do.
that,
Okay.
that I is happening. What is that I was? That I,
The second
I call
I.
the second I again, please.
So
For repetition. The second I.
inspire,
Yes.
using transport words. And using transport words
No,
is actually one of the techniques.
okay.
Yeah. T is to tag, R is to relate.
No, you said the first I
is to inform.
Okay.
Is to inform. That's where you got to
Good.
Yeah, that's where you get to introduce them to your book, talk about the benefit, talk about the advanced benefit of the book. Then the second I is to inspire. That's where you use one of the strategies you use there or you apply there is using transport words. Think about, imagine, those are powerful transport words. Then the last part of this framework is the P, pitch. This is where you ask for the money. And if you do everything correctly, by the time you even get to the pitch side of your offer, they have already pulled out their cards, waiting to, fill in their details and make payments. So, and of course, a whole lot of things go into pitching. You talk about the bonuses, you talk about scarcity and urgency, you talk about value comparison, you talk about, there's just a whole lot of things that go on in this part of your copy. And of course, as a copywriter, you are not just a writer. I repeat, copywriting is a skill. I say copywriters are word economists. What that means is that you don't use words for using sake. You use words because of their powerful impact on your reader. You don't use words because you feel good about it. You use words because you know, yes, this word is what will make people take this certain action. So that final P is where you pitch your product. And man, this is a topic I'm so excited to talk about, that I can go all through the day, talking about it. Copywriting is my thing, man. Copywriting is my thing. So that's just it. That's just the framework. That's, in a nutshell, that's the framework. And I believe your audience is able to pick this. Of course, they can run away with it. They can run away with it.
Okay, Obina, I wanted to ask something there, because I remember one time that I went to Abuja and I was appear on radio, to speak on radio, over the radio. Someone had paid for me to be on radio. Do you know that before we went to the radio, this lady drafted for me how I was to present myself, because it was to talk about the network marketing opportunity, right? So she presented to me how I was supposed to talk about myself and what I was offering. Do you know, she said to me that there are words that are called power words.
Yeah.
That on air, you should never use the word please. I was like, that did not connect to who I was. I mean, I like this empathy thing, connecting individuals. So I like to say
building the emotional rapport. Yeah.
Exactly. So even when I was in Italy, this word please. This word please was very common. Before you talk to someone, you say per favore. It means please, So it wasn't really connected with my person. But the woman said, Emeka, if you want to really get the results, never use the word please. Because if you use the word please, you are coming off beggarly. You're supposed to position yourself as a person of authority. Even the way I was supposed to speak on air, she even told me how to keep my shoulders. That if I keep my shoulders like this, that I will not be talking like someone of power and authority. But if I stand my shoulders square, there was a way the wind or something, this air will be inside of my lungs that will make me speak with authority and power, that will make people to say, yes, this guy has it. This guy understands what he's doing, right? So I was like, wow, this is amazing. I think she's even part of this community. Yes, she's part of this community. Her name is Deborah. Deborah Aganwa is part of this community. And I call her Debbie. She's also part of this community. She put the book. It was in Abuja. I just remember right now that she's part of the community. And so that day, we went on air, and I never used the word please. All I was using was like a commanding tone. Want to be part of this? Send a text message, and we use the word now.
Yeah,
imagine the object.
Exactly.
Want to be part of this now? Send a text message to this number. Nothing like please send a text message to this number. No, because that projection was to show that you understood yourself, you understood what you were offering, you've got your abilities, you've got your confidence, And people want to connect with people who have these kinds of abilities. Not you see somebody, but okay, please buy my book now. If you buy my book, I will chop. I will eat that.
Sorry
on social media when they're trying to market their books, they are presenting themselves in a very beggarly way. Please buy my book now. People will now, if you buy my book, I will eat.
It becomes a sympathy thing, which it shouldn't be. Exactly. It becomes a sympathy thing, which it shouldn't be. And like you said, I've seen lots of authors, and whenever I see that, it makes me cringe. Because for crying out loud, if you have a product that offers so much value in form of a book, like you go with that, a certain level of holy arrogance, if I'm to use the word. You go with a certain level of holy arrogance. Yeah.
Let me write it down.
That I know you are not doing me a favor buying this product. You are not doing me a favor getting this book. You're actually doing yourself a favor. It's as simple as that. You are doing yourself a favor, because if you don't buy this, if you don't invest in this book, you will get frustrated with published book that is sitting under your bed. All right? But when you invest in it, you get to make much sales. You get to make so much money. So you are not doing me, the product vendor, the author, any favors. You are doing yourself a massive favor by investing in this. And when you come from that mindset, it gives you a certain level of confidence. And there is, when it comes to writing sales copies or promotional content, there is what I call copy integrity. There is what I call copy integrity. Don't be mistaken. Your audience can, by just reading a single line on your copy, on your promotional content, they can tell your level of confidence. They can tell your level of expertise. They can tell if you actually believe in the product you are trying to sell to them. So because of that, there are words you ought to use. There are words you must avoid, because these words mess up with your copy integrity. So, but most authors don't know this, and it's very painful that they don't. Some of them, most of them, like they don't take copywriting as something that is serious. They don't see it as a skill. But this is like a skill that without it, you wouldn't do much when it comes to sales. Without mastering this skill, you wouldn't do much when it comes to sales. So investing in that, mastering this art is one of the best investments anyone could make as an author. You have to understand that your book, I repeat, is a product, and everything you do when it comes to marketing, when it comes to sales, marketing is just all about getting their attention, getting and keeping attention, getting and keeping attention. Then sales is like now making them invest in your product. So how do you convert? With marketing, you get attention, you keep attention. With sales, you convert that attention into tangible elements, which is money. And the only way you do that, be it getting attention, if you are running adverts, you are trying to get attention. You are trying to get eyeballs on your brand, to get eyeballs on your offer. That is marketing. Until that point in your sales copy where you are making a pitch, that is where you've translated into a sale. So from that point where they get to see you, they see your advert, they see your first promotional content, to the point where you are asking them, you are going for their wallet. Copywriting, persuasive writing is what does the magic. Persuasive writing is what does the magic, and is a series of events. Before they even get to your sales page, you must have, through your pre-sale content, you must have changed their mind, you must have shattered their limiting beliefs, you must have addressed their objections even before they get to your sales letter.
Amazing. That's why I love what you said, that copywriters are word economists. I mean, Obin, I'm not like you. I don't have the skill, the kind of skill that you have. You know, even for my own advertisement, there was a day I had to copy what you posted, and I used it to do my email. Don't blame me. I had to copy it, my brother. So
is that right?
I love what you said, that copywriters are word economists, and for
Yeah.
every word is strategically thought out to pass across the right kind of intention. And I see people do mistakes every time on Facebook. You know, like somebody will go and use a picture, like a woman, she'll go and use a picture of her where she's so painted well, how she's posing, and then she'll come and write very nice posts. And then she'll be struggling to understand why people are going into her inbox. I mean, going on the comments and be saying, fine girl, fine girl, fine girl. Because you deviated them away from the core thing and made them to focus on your lips, focus on your hips, focus on your pointed breast. That is the problem that many people are doing on social media. You know, the ability to use the right kinds of words and the right kinds of visuals to make people to zoom in to the key thing that they want to pay attention to, that you want them to pay attention to, giving them the sense of emotion that you want them to have, and then finally lead them to where they say, man, I need to buy this. It's a skill. A lot of individual authors need to learn this skill in Nigeria, but many of them, when you tell them, they're like, oh, I know, you know, some of them even tell you, no, God is that. I remember a particular guy, he's a pastor, you know, because when God is involved in this book, I tend to back out. You know, so the guy was complaining to me that he wanted to write a book, he wanted to do. I said, so come on, be part of this. The next thing he said that God is going to teach him. I'm like, okay, if God is going to teach you, that's fine. Let it be. I don't want to argue with you and God. I don't want, because I know that some of the strategies that I get are also inspired by the divine. But a prayer answered is God showing you that someone has a result. Go and bow down, go and humble yourself so that you can learn from these individuals who've got results. Imagine what we are learning here. Man, many more people are coming into this place to go and come and teach up until the 31st of July. If it has been hot like this for these past 3 days, I mean, these past 4 days, a lot of things are also packaged for the future, right? So I like the way you said that. You said that copywriters are word economists. So all our time is almost spent. I know that some individuals want to connect with you so that they can come and learn more, because just having 45 minutes of teaching is not possible at all to make them to really start to practice the skill, you know, to be able to sell, make money from their books. I want them to connect with you, you know, so that they can. I don't teach copywriting. I don't teach it. It's not my game. I know how to use it, but it's not my. I don't certain things I can't teach. So I know that they want to connect with you, you know, so that they can start to learn the copywriting, so that when they are book, because the target for everybody in this group is that by the time they are done with this academy, the next book they are launching, they should be able to sell 1,000 copies of their books in less than 90 days. That's the target. So if they want to connect with you, I know you have a package. You have several packages. I know. Don't kill them, bro. So if they want to connect with you so that they can take them through the steps, right, that they can start to learn copywriting, you know, please. Cesar Naman is also going to come. Cesar Naman is coming in 2 weeks to teach them how to sneak it into the mind and all that kind of stuff. You know, he has this way of doing his own things. So that's why
he's a great guy.
I brought you and I brought another guy. I brought Cesar so that be a double powerful punch for everyone who is here. All right. So I want you to tell them if you've got something, how they can connect with you, how they can work with you. If it's something that you want them to buy that can help them on this writing journey, by all means, shoot, my brother.
All right. So what's going to happen? Of course, if you search Obinna Okeke on Facebook, I don't change. I don't change. It's the same picture, the same face. You once say that I have a baby face, so the same baby face they get to see on my timeline. But two years ago. It's a very positive development. It's a very positive development. So what I'm going to do for your audience is this, and this is coming from a place of me showing appreciation. Mr. Mekanobis, we've come a long way. You inspired me to start out on this journey over 4 years ago. I can remember our first meeting at Presidential Hotel, Port Harcourt, 2016. I can remember your words. I can remember over the years your support and encouragement and every other thing. So when you informed me that I will be part of this mastermind, I made one decision. I said, I'm coming with massive value for your audience. I'm coming with massive, like a value that I can bet they will not get any other place. and very likely they wouldn't get it from any other person over the course of this mastermind. Okay, so and what's that all about? First of all, we've talked about copywriting. Copywriting is broad, and I have courses on it. I have a course for someone that is just starting out as a copywriter. I call it Copywriting to Millions. Okay, which is a course I sell for 10,000 naira. If you're a total newbie, if you don't know a jack about copywriting, that's the course for you. Okay, or you want to brush up your skills to get to that pro level. That is the course for you. But then because this is my life. Okay, I've gone on to develop another program I call the Advanced Mass Control Method, because most times, if you look around the Nigerian space, those that teach copywriting, they focus on, yes, the structure, the headline, the making a compelling, irresistible offer, crafting bonuses, storytelling, which is part of it, and talking about benefits, the pitch, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to persuasion, for what it is, nobody currently, no copywriter in Nigeria is talking about that. No copywriter in Nigeria has a program on that. So I came up with Advanced Mass Control Method, which is a 12-module course. Is actually a program that talks about advanced persuasion techniques. Like, these techniques are, my word, I cannot, how do you get into the minds of your audience? And I'm lost for words explaining what this technique is all about, but it's everything about advanced persuasion strategy. So I have that, which I sell alone for 25,000 naira. So I have my copywriting course, Copywriting to Millions, for 10,000, then Advanced Mass Control Method for 25,000 naira. But this is what I'm going to do for your audience, because I know that right in this audience are writers, are coaches, are consultants, are thought leaders. What the common denominator, what they have in common is that these guys sell digital products, information products, be it in form of book, be it in form of coaching programs, be it in form of consulting packages, be it in form of courses. So, and I know that for some of them, they have not started seeing the level of results they want promoting their books, promoting their courses, because they don't even understand paid advertising. So because of that, I said I will include in this bundle my 2 Facebook advert courses. One is Profitable Facebook Advertising Blueprint, which is for anybody that is starting out when it comes to Facebook advertising. Then the other one is also an advanced form of Facebook advertising, which I created last year. I sat down and I realized that in our agency, for every $1 we spend on adverts, we make at least $5 back. And we're able to do that because over the years, we've come to master our craft. We've come to know some techniques that an average Facebook advertiser wouldn't know about. So I decided sometime last year to come out and teach these advanced strategies. So I have my Facebook marketing course, advertising course. Then I have this pro level Facebook advertising method, which is the advanced form of it. Then I have a course on email marketing. Because again, if you're not building a list, you want to sell a book, but you don't have a list, you've already started failing. As a coach, as a consultant, as a thought leader, you have a course, you don't have a list of audience to buy, you've already started failing. So email marketing, people say email marketing is dead. Well, this is coming from a professional marketer. Email marketing is still way alive. People are making a killing via email marketing, I myself included. All right. So I have a course on email marketing that takes anybody from beginner level to professional level when it comes to crafting highly engaging, compelling emails that will, the end result, make people invest in your offer. Now, I have a book also, Addictive Marketing, that I would want to give out to your audience. When I launched the book last year, pre-order price was 3,000 with 7 bonuses. Then on full launch, the price increased to 5,000 naira. But today, I'm adding it all to the bundle. So they are getting my Copywriting to Millions course. They are getting my Advanced Mass Control Method program, which is an advanced course on copywriting. They are getting my Profitable Facebook advertising blueprint course. And they are also getting our advanced course on Facebook marketing, which helps us to make at least 5 times more on every dollar we spend on our advert. Now they're getting my email marketing course. They are also getting my addictive marketing book. But that's not all. That's not all. For those that will get this bundle today, I will give them my 7-figure info products blueprint course. This is a course that we are starting out in the information marketing. How do you sell your information, digital products online? It walks you through everything, how to set up your autoresponder, how to set up your sales funnel, every freaking thing you need to know. And part of it is I gave out my page builder. This is a page builder that costs $197 if you want to get it, but I have the agency license to it, so I can give it to my students. So they are getting, for those that will get this bundle, they're getting my 7-figure blueprint, info products blueprint course. And part of it, there are so much bonuses that also come with it. So everything like is much. The total value of everything, if I should sum up it, is over 150,000. But like I said, I'm coming with a hand of gratitude and from a place of appreciation. So for your audience, within the next 24 hours, those that would want to get this, they just invest $10. $10 is like 4,500, and they will get this bundle: my copywriting course, Facebook advertising course, email marketing course, information product course, and my addictive marketing book, just for $10, 4,500.
Amazing, bro. Can you just tell them your WhatsApp number, because I know many of them want to connect with you via WhatsApp.
Okay.
Share your WhatsApp number so that they can reach out.
All right. So my number is 070 0706609 0706609 1816.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Amazing. Call it again.
0706609 1816.
Okay, amazing. So guys, you can all go to get these things that have been mentioned. Trust me, people that I brought into this community are not layabouts on the streets. I intentionally chose the kinds of individuals who will come in here to give great value. There's no individual that is going to come into this academy to give watery value. All of them are loaded. All of them are experienced. All of them are living out their dreams. They're not individuals who are doing copy and paste. There are individuals who are living online now doing copy and paste. These are individuals who are working. Because of the kind of individual that I am, I do not work with individuals who are fluffy. I work with individuals with depth. All right. So connect with Obinna right now on WhatsApp. Go ping him on WhatsApp. Send him a message. He'll send you on how you can connect with him so that he can go through that particular experience, that joy, so that you can understand how to do copywriting, so you can enter into people's minds, and then you can sell to them your own book we sell. Amazing time that we've had with Obinna today. I know, guys, if you had an amazing time, put in the comment, drop some emoticons, right? Let us see emoticons popping up. Drop your favorite emoticon. Let's see them. Love and like. Pop them. Let us see them on the window, and then say thank you to him in the comment section for this amazing experience. And then finally, I will want you guys to go. I like you guys to go on social media to share the experience that you guys are there, because some people are on the outside. They are looking at like, what is it?
What's this
about? What's even the academy is all about? What's this thing? All these things these people are doing, right? Go out there and tell them. Day 1 was amazing with Fola Bade. Day 2 was amazing with Richard Okere. Yesterday was Coach Sam Obafemi. Today we have Obinna. Tomorrow we are bringing in a man who sold 10,000 copies of his books in one day.
Wow,
man,
that's great. That's great.
He's a lieutenant in the Nigerian Air Force. He's a lieutenant in the Nigerian Air Force. But this guy sold 10,000 copies of his books. Look, when I met him for the first time in the city of Port Harcourt, I was like, waiting, this man even Sabi said. They told me about him, that he wanted to market his book. I was like, okay. I was forming king of book marketing. And then I went to his office. When I sat down with him in his office, and he unveiled to me his or more. Instead of me now teaching him, I brought out my book and I started learning from him. This guy launched his book. He was supposed to invite me to come and speak at that event, but I remember I had an accident then, and so I did not speak anymore at that. He honored me to come and become a keynote speaker at his event, but that didn't happen anymore because of no, it wasn't because of my accident. It was because of election. I think the election was shifted, and then I had to travel, because I had to go for other engagements, and it pained me that I was not able to deliver keynote. The governor was at that event and all that other things, but I had to travel for another event. So that man is coming tomorrow to teach you how he was able to sell 10,000 copies of his book. So please go on social media, tell your friends and family that they are missing something by not being part of this academy. Share your thoughts, share your takes, share everything, so that they can understand what they are missing by not being part of this academy. This is my plea to you. Maybe I'm not supposed to be using please, but then go ahead to go and share on your timeline. So connect with Obinna again. His number, he's shared his number with every one of us. All right. Thank him again. His number is 0706 609 1816. All right, 0706 609 1816. That is his WhatsApp number. Reach out to him so that you can connect, and he will give the details on how you can get this package, bro. So thank you very much, man. Yours has been the longest so far in this since we started out on because I conceded. Our network just allowed us to have a beautiful time today because I connected to MTN and moved the to MTN. That's not to say that MTN is awesome. Anyway, though. All right, but then,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
This session today was the bomb, right? So thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Everybody,
you're welcome.
Here. Bless you. Thank God for life, and we look forward to greater things happening for you in the future, right? So God bless you for being a blessing to us. This community. Thank you to everyone, all the way from the city of Port Harcourt to you guys. This is Emeka Nobis. Peace out.